Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on a 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan, and we are getting code P0520 and P0522. And according to my research, that all leads to one said sensor. Now, there are several videos out there. That's kind of how I figured it out. It was easy enough to do by hand. We're just going to tackle it and see what we can do about it, and hopefully not get in over our heads, but we'll see. And yes, the 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan isn't really a classic car, but it's one of our daily drivers, and so important to keep it up and going. And we've had the little check engine light on for at least a month and a half, maybe 2 months. So it's time. It's a $10 part, so let's get rolling. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the battery, since this is a sensor. If I had to guess, I'm going to say these are 10mm. We got 10mm right here, because Dodge is notorious for using 10mm on stuff, and sure enough, look at there, it is 10mm. That's off. Take this off. All right, so they are disconnected. We'll probably need that, so we're just going to put that to the side. We're going to take this off. This is just a covering, kind of decorative and sound deadening and what have you. All right, so the sensor we are going for is down in here. It's down kind of in here, if I am not mistaken. Kind of down right here. If you can see it, that's what we're going for. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is disconnect the wiring harness from that sensor, and that is easier said than done, because we've got multiple things in the way here. Now, we had this job quoted at $500+ because they would come at it from the bottom and take the intake manifold off and so on and so forth. Yeah, we're going to just try to do this ourselves and save some money. Alright, so we finally got this connector off. I wasn't sure I was going to get it there. It was quite the burden. You had to squeeze and pull and have pretty good hand strength to do it. I have small hands, so I could fit in there pretty good. But no tool or anything would have really worked on that, so it was just really a bear. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it, so was able to get it and do good. Alright, so we've got the 1/16 deep well here, and we're going to try to get it on here. I'm not sure it's going to fit. I'm trying to avoid having to run up to the auto store and either buying or borrowing the oil center unit ratchet, and I just not sure it's going to turn, because I'm not sure I can get it down on the threads full enough. They make special wrenches for this. I have a short one which isn't long enough for what I need, and they have like little thin walls on them, and it's just you just gotta fiddle with it, get it in there. It's just a blind hole. Alright, so I had to buy a specialized tool for it, and I think I got it. So all in, it was like 16 bucks at the auto store. But I just couldn't get the other one on there. I had a deep well. It's just too thick. It wouldn't fit in there. And really, I had to put pressure on it to get it to spin out here. Now it's coming out real nice. And so I will show you the socket here in just a minute. As soon as we can pull this out. It's just a tight spot up in there. Alright, so this is a specialized socket. Cost me 16 bucks at the local store. Swivel in there, an extension, and then just that ratchet. So we're going to put that up there. We're going to swap this over, tighten, and we're going to take the new one out and hopefully try to hand tighten this as much as possible. It has the pipe dope or whatever they call it right here, just to make a good seal. I'm gonna kind of fish that up in there and just kind of feel it. I know it doesn't make for great video here, but you just kind of got to do it by feel. Okay, so the problem is you're doing this totally blind, and there's about 500 hoses in the way here, or wiring harnesses or whatever, and it's just a tricky, you just kind of got to feel it, and it's tricky to get in there. And so you got this little fitting that you're trying to fit in there. So it's just a lot of just trying to reach in there and fit it in there without taking a bunch of hoses off. Okay, so we're back. And if you notice, we did a lot of sanding. I put some 80 grit on it. I put the grinding stones on it a little bit. So the problem was this fitting, I bought it off eBay, didn't quite fit. The old close enough is good enough is not quite true. So probably shouldn't have gone with the lowest price, but I did. So lesson learned there. You know, there's lots of claims, official OEM, whatever, but it's not always that. Now it fits down in the socket like it should, and so we're going to use the socket to kind of line her up in there. And again, it's all by feel, and so I'm kind of using my finger to feel where it needs to go, and then kind of directing the end in that general direction. And so the socket's on there already, so that if I can get it started, I don't have to try to fit that socket on there. Alright, so we finally got it in. That was the most annoying thing ever. My hand is raw. I literally threw it across the yard. It hit the concrete. Who knows if this is going to work. But finally I got it threaded in, got the connector back on it, and so my hand hurts like crazy. It's dark, it's cold, but it's in there. So hopefully this thing works, because I don't want to take the thing out. My advice is to just buy it from Napa or whoever and pay 4 times what you would pay on eBay and be done with it, because I had to sand on it, I had to work on the threads. It did not work straight out of the box. So we're going to try it, and we're about to hook the battery back up and see what we got. So let's see what we got. So the total time of repair was about 2 to 3 hours, plus a trip to the auto store. So if you had done that ahead of time, probably would have been closer to 2 hours. I just had a lot of trouble getting it threaded, which is what took so long. That probably took probably an hour to get the thing threaded. Once I got it threaded, it went fine. So that was the hard part, along with getting the right tools. But once I did that, it was fine. Just really tight, really. It wasn't an awful repair. Well, it was a difficult repair. Let's just say it like that. So it is what it is. All right, so we got it on. No check engine light. Look at there. It is fixed. Thank goodness. Glory to God. My fingers hurt like crazy. It was not the simplest of repairs, but it wasn't awful, and it was worth the $557 or whatever that the shop was going to charge me. Yeah, I'm glad I saved that money. I think I spent a total of $30 to fix it. It is what it is. It runs. I'm happy about that. Glory to God. And I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all have any tips, put them in the comments below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all take care. It's time for supper.